G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United gameplay video for you. And this time we've got a bit of a, I guess it's proper Marvel United official stuff plus some homebrew stuff as well today because I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do with our latest thing, because we've got so many things in the works with homebrew and all that sort of stuff, plus the Spider-Geddon stuff has arrived here in Oz. So yeah, really wondering what to sort of focus on. So today I thought we'd do a bit of both. So we have some of the new heroes, anti-heroes from the Spider-Geddon set. So we've got a team here. We've got a spider theme here. We have, who's this? Symbiote Spider-Man. I don't think I used him in the last playthrough we did. I'm trying to sort of remember back to who we actually used. I think it was Scarlet Spider and Spider-Punk and maybe Silk, I think, were the three that we used. Here we have Superior Spider-Man, who I really would like to film a battle in his sort of villain form. That would be really cool, but we're going to use him as a hero today, and we'll save that battle for another time. And we've also got another anti-hero here. This is Anti-Venom. I really have no idea at all about this guy, like who he is, where he comes from, what his story is. But I thought, yep, let's chuck him in as well, because instead of having Superior Spider-Man, you might see here from the layout that we have a homebrew villain here, and that's going to be Hydro Man. So of course it's a Spider-Man themed bad guy, another missing member from the Sinister Six in the Marvel United world. And yeah, really excited to try this guy out, because a little while ago I did I can't remember, was it on this? No, I think it was on, I don't think it was on my channel. I think it was on Digital Charcuterie, which is a channel that Andrew Fantasia is a part of, and Andrew's had me on a couple of times on that channel to have a chat about homebrew and that sort of thing as well. Really great guy, really puts a lot of great content out about Marvel United, plus a whole range of other things. He's a talented author as well, and chats about all things sort of like pop culture as well. So definitely check him out. Check him out on Digital Charcuterie there as well. And we had a bit of a chat about homebrew a little while ago to bring me back to my original point, which was that we had a sort of a bit of a fun session where we sort of, I guess, brainstormed and came up with a couple of different homebrew designs. So I think as a hero we made Armor, which we haven't sort of seen come to fruition just yet, but we also worked on Hydro Man, and so I've been sort of hard at work trying to sort of do some play testing for Hydro Man. But this is basically Andrew Fantasia's brainchild, so his first villain design, and yeah, very cool. So we've been sort of play testing a bit, and I've got the help of Diversion Architect, or Dave, who you might remember from such awesome villains as Abyss and Sugarman, and I don't think I've shown off Mikhail as well, but all those sort of Age of Apocalypse bad guys, plus he also is the one behind this really cool template design for your homebrew stuff from InDesign as well. So he came on board and sort of helped develop Hydro Man a bit further as well. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of a play test and see how he works. I've put Hydro Man up on the drive. You can access him via Tabletop Simulator and that sort of thing, and try him out yourself, because really we want to get a bit more wider play testing happening. So let's get into him. So he's got very low health here, 2, 3 and 4 health respectively for the different player counts. And the idea is he's actually quite difficult to nail down, because he's all made of water and stuff, and he likes to hang out in watery locations. He's quite hard to sort of take down. So we sort of wanted him to have low health to represent, to make sure that once you actually finally do catch up with him, you might have a chance to sort of finish him off. So there we go. Let's have a look at his special setup. So now, this Hydro Man battle is all based around Andrew's fondness for the, I think it was the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, where Hydro Man features in an episode there, and he's basically trying to, he's like an sort of jealous ex-boyfriend of Mary Jane's, and he's trying to sort of kidnap her. So we have to place the Mary Jane token in the hero's starting location. Now, we you know, I don't actually have a Mary Jane token developed or anything yet at the moment. You could use any sort of token. So if you've got, you know, some sort of like a target location, like, you know, who's that, Spider-Man Noir's token or something like that, or you've got the Senator Kelly one. I like to use a model, and I just realised now I've forgotten to get the model out, so I'll have to go do that in a second. But I like to use like a model like Scarlet Witch or someone like that to represent her, so Mary Jane. So we put that in the hero starting location, and then he's all about trying to capture her. So let's have a look. Let's start with his villainous plot then. So if Hydro Man is ever alone with Mary Jane in a location, the heroes lose. But he also has a secondary villainous plot as well, because essentially in the cartoon he's basically like, you know, if I can't have Mary Jane, then I'll flood the city, sort of thing. So his other one is if a civilian or a thug cannot be placed, the heroes lose. So basically he's trying to sort of flood the area, sort of represented by having all the tokens out. So there's two things you've got to watch out for there. Alright, so let's have a look at his special rules. So when a hero is KO'd, Hydro Man does not activate his BAM. So he's one of those villains that basically does different things instead of just doing double BAMs or extra BAMs. Instead, play a master plan card face down in the storyline, so he's racing that track, and place a random cleared threat in the nearest location to Mary Jane with no threat if possible. So essentially he's putting the threats back out again. Okay, so he's filling the place up with water. Okay, so and that will come into effect. You'll see a little bit later on here, like why that's important. So heroes may take Mary Jane with them as they move, and I'm thinking I might have to put some rules in, maybe on the back here or somewhere here, just to sort of a bit more clarify how Mary Jane works. But essentially she's a token. She doesn't count as a hero or anything like that, so she's not affected by things that affect heroes, but you can take her with you as you move. A bit like, I think, Senator Kelly, I think, works a bit similar to that. As long as Hydro Man, so this is the big thing, as long as Hydro Man is in a location with a threat, he is immune to damage. That's why this is a big thing. So if he keeps putting threats back out again, you're going to find it very hard to actually pin him down, because you're only going to be able to take him out in those locations where there's no threat, hence his low health here. Now, his BAM, he moves directly to Mary Jane's location, so move him to Mary Jane's location, and deal a damage to each hero there. So big splash damage there. He's dealing one damage to each hero there. So, and yeah, so he can definitely get to her wherever you're going. Now, and that's if he BAMs. So his overflow as well is a big thing. If any civilian or thug cannot be placed in a location, place it in the next location clockwise. So basically you have this sort of wave of sort of representing, you know, the water, this wave of civilians and thugs being sort of pushed around the locations. Now, if Mary Jane is in a location that overflows, move her to the next location clockwise, so she gets pushed away from you and you can get caught out there. So yeah, so this is how Hydro Man works at the moment. There were some, if you remember that video, you'll notice there are some changes here. So the BAM effect doesn't move, the KO effect doesn't move Mary Jane away from you anymore, and those sorts of things. There are lots of different iterations and bits and pieces as we've been playtesting through, and some of those things just sort of didn't quite either add to the scenario or just made it a little bit awkward and that sort of thing. So this is where we're at the moment. So anyway, so that's Hydro Man. So Andrew, if you're watching, yeah, if you know, obviously give us any notes, you know, because it's your villain. So let us know how you think we're going with it. You know, if you're happy with where he's at. So we'll put the 3 health here as well. So we have normal mission. So these are normal. So we've got the clear threats, the rescue civilians, and the defeat thugs. Same sort of deal here. We've got to get him under pressure with one mission down, and then vulnerable finally once we've got the 2 missions down. But then, of course, even once he's vulnerable, he still cannot be hurt in those spots with threats. So we're going to, speaking of threats, we're going to have a look at these now. So we've got 3 different types. We did talk about a bunch of others on that video chat as well, but some of them just sort of fell by the wayside here. So we have water pipes. So they deal a damage to each hero in this location, and you can see they need to be cleared, not clawed, cleared by heroics here, and these are all landing spots. So we've changed it to all of the locations are landing spots to make it a bit more fun when he lands. We've got the hydrant. Now there are 2 of these now. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, if possible, but if there's no hero there, if not, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in both adjacent locations. So unless you can sort of like take the hit and sort of stand right in front of the hydrant, it's going to sort of spray in 2 directions and hit 2 different heroes. Well, if they're both in adjacent locations. And I'm not sure if that's how hydrants work in real life, but that's how they work in this one. And the other one we have, and there's 2 copies of this as well, is the even the kitchen sink. So this one, move Mary Jane, all heroes, and all civilians and thugs from left to right. So when you're sort of moving the civilians and thugs, you sort of go from left to right, one at a time, in this location clockwise to the next location in that order. And that can cause, especially with the civilians and thugs, that can cause a big sort of wave of things moving around, including carrying Mary Jane away. All right, so that's what we have. So 2 each of those effects here. We'll just shuffle these up and get these down on the table. We've got, you can see here, we've got I think from, I can't actually remember, but I think in the cartoon, because I did some research based on the cartoon that Andrew mentioned, I think it's based in New York. So I've got all these sort of New York locations. We've got Times Square, New York, the New York Police Headquarters. We've got Central Park, the Brooklyn Bridge. Is Brooklyn in New York? I don't know. And then we've got Queens as well. So I think they're all roughly thematically accurate. So let's put these down. So we have, let's see, we've got a water pipes over here on the bridge. We have another water pipes over here in Times Square. We've got a kitchen sink up here in New York. We have a hydrant, which means we must have, oh no, there's 2 more. A hydrant in the police headquarters. We've got another kitchen sink over here, and that means we have a hydrant where we're starting off here. So where are the 2? Where are the water? Oh, that's right. 2 water pipes here. We've got hydrants, and then we've got the kitchen sinks over here as well. So we did have a swimming pool originally, but we decided having the slowing down movement one didn't really sort of add much to the game, and it created these spots where sort of nothing really exciting happened when Hydro Man landed there. So we thought we'd change that up. Now let's have a look at who we're using here. So we mentioned this earlier, but we've got Superior Spider-Man. So he's got 2 starting hand cards, and then interestingly, oh, hold on. Oh, where'd it go? Uh-oh, what have I done? Oh no, I've left it on the table. There we go. He's also got a bottom of the deck card as well. So we'll see what happens when we get to that one. A lot of you probably know. Now we've got 2 starting hand cards. We'll shuffle. And alright, so I believe the idea is Superior Spider-Man is actually Dr. Octopus acting as Spider-Man, maybe even like swapping bodies with him or something like that. So let's have a look at his starting hand cards. We drew, we've got all specials here. So we've got Parker Industries, gain any combination of 2 of these tokens, okay, and then you get a movement. We've got Spider-Bots and Spider-Bot Decoy, so these are both starting hand ones. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add a Spider-Bot token to your location, if there are none. And so that's why I think they only give you the 6. I think there's six bots because there's 6 locations, so you can put maximum of 1 out in each location. Now, once per villain turn, you may discard 1 Spider-Bot in your location to ignore a damage, and you can also do a punch there. So there you go, that's not a bad one. And we have Spider-Bots. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider-Bot in your location. Same sort of rules apply. Once on each of your turns, you may use one of your star or punch actions as if you were on the Spider-Bot's location. So it basically gives you a bit of long-range reconnaissance there. And we saw that one as well. So that's our 3 starting cards, or that's at least our opening hand there for Superior Spider-Man. Now we also have, almost dropped him. Wow, that was a close one. Whoa. All right, so we've got, I think it's just the 1 starting hand card, I think, here. So we'll shuffle these up. We'll take a couple. 1 and 2. And let's have a look here. Spider Sense. So, oh, you get nothing. Oh gosh. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, once per villain turn, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to an adjacent one. Ooh. If a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to another one. That could be quite... That's interesting. I wonder if that's a way we could sort of exploit Hydro Man and sort of like always jump away with Mary Jane. That's an interesting one. I wonder if that breaks the Hydro Man. We'll see. And we have some cards here. Don't worry, I'll probably I'll probably mess that up anyway. So let's see. Any other ones here? I don't think so. So we've got one starting hand there for old Anti-Venom. There we go. I'll take 2 cards there. So we've got a range of actions there for Anti-Venom. What's some cool art there? But what's going on there? It's a bit scary. And this is his starting hand one here. So Webbing Generation. So as long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no movement at the bottom of the latest 2 cards, so this one and the previous one, you may perform 1 free movement on your turn. So I think that's, I think Silk has the same card, or you know, it's the same effect. It might have a different name, but same effect as Silk. Okay, there you go. So that's the setup. That's what we've got. I'm going to have to quickly go and get Mary Jane. Otherwise, Hydro Man's not going to be very happy. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showed this off, but Hydro Man, we're using... Now, I know he's technically ice, but I figure he looks kind of watery and looks kind of cool. So this is... We're using Iceman as Hydro Man for this battle. Well, I probably shouldn't get ahead of myself, but I think we might have some... Hopefully, there's some good news coming with Hydro Man. But the other thing, too, I should mention is that I think Hydro Man is available if you like... if you'd like a model of his, I think it's Marvelous Custom Print has a Hydro Man, and there might be some other options coming soon. So yeah, very cool. So in the meantime, if you've got Iceman, he's a good proxy. All right, let's get Mary Jane, and we'll get down to the table. Okay, so we have Hydro Man ready to go. We'll just shuffle his deck up a little bit. Okay, so I guess you know, you guys can let us know how you feel the gameplay flows, you know, the arc of the villain sort of thing, and that sort of thing. But I guess the big 2 things I'm still sort of trying to sort of get my head around. You know, does it work? Is it balanced? That sort of thing. Is the health here? You know, because it's quite low. So it's but what I've tended to find is that it's you know, it's very nerve-wracking even getting to the point where you can bring him down, because there's so many other things going on, and it's quite... It seems quite easy to lose the game sort of before you get to this point. So, but then when you do get there, there's all these different ways that he's got to put the threat cards and things down. So yeah, it's quite hard to get him on a spot that you know, makes it so that you can take him out. So that's why he's got such low health. But just wondering whether we need to tweak the health is an option. And the other one is how many tokens come out, how, you know, his rate of token dropping and flooding the area, you know, whether that's enough combined with effects like this and the overflow. You know, yeah, just not sure about that. So you guys can let us know how you feel, and I guess we might see by the results this could be a quick one, or we'll see how we go. But I guess what we're always aiming for with Homebrew is to have that sort of nice tension, that sort of like a close battle each time, if possible, sort of thing, you know. So, you know, obviously being a random sort of game with random different heroes and things like that, you can get games that sort of blow out or whatever it might be. But if we can try and get a pretty consistent sort of close game, that's what we're, you know, really aiming for. We'll see how we go. So let's see what I think his name is Morris, is it? Morris Bench or something. Anyway, we'll see how we go. But let's see how he fares today. So Hydro Man, what are you up to first? Oh, he's got a nice simple one to start with. Oh no, I think he's coming straight for us, isn't he? So That's a 3. So what's he doing? He is going to move 1, 2, 3. Now in this location, this landing location here, he has, it says here, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, if possible. If not, deal a damage to a hero in both adjacent locations. So there are certainly a number of heroes here that can take a hit, so we're going to have to look at that. The other thing is that we also just need to bear in mind that whenever he lands in the location with Mary Jane, if he's ever alone with Mary Jane, that's it, game over. So that's obviously not the case at the moment. We should bear that in mind. All right, so now Anti-Venom's got he's got a couple of good cards there. This Spider Sense might be a good one that we want to keep. We don't really want to lose these good cards from Superior Spider-Man, so we might keep those if we can. Although he does have this ability to ignore damage, but we probably don't want to lose one of those, so let's maybe take the hit on... Let's maybe take the hit on Anti-Venom. We'll just lose this single punch. Alright. Now, that's happened. So, okay, that's his hydrant. Now, his BAM effect, he then travels, where is he? He travels directly to Mary Jane again, so he lands back in the location. Now, this is after his initial movement, though, so it doesn't trigger the landing effect again, or at least that's not the intention of our design. So, or I don't think so anyway. So, he's landed back here again, and now he's going to do his BAM, which is... yeah, that's part of his BAM as he moves there, but he's also going to do a damage to everyone, so now everybody takes a hit. Oof. Oh man, we are going to lose that card, aren't we? I guess we could lose one of these decoys, or one of these spider bots, but I think they're pretty handy, so... Alright, we're going to have to lose the Parker Industries one. Then, that's a shame too, because that's a good card to get out before his other one. We're going to have to lose one of these. We might lose maybe the move and the punch, although... the move and the punch could be good for taking out some thugs here as well. But I think we'll lose that in case we can use it to sort of track him down later on. And then Anti-Venom, you're going to lose, maybe let's lose this star and punch, a star and move I should say. Okie dokie. So, and then he's going to put a bunch of tokens out. So, speaking of thugs, let's have a look here. He's putting 2 thugs in this location into Queens. Okay, then he's putting 1 in either... Oh boy, Central Park is full up. Uh-oh. So is the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, and we're all a bit damaged here. We've got 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1 health. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's see. Well, Superior Spider-Man, you're up. He's got a single move. Okay, that's not super helpful. I like the idea of these decoys preventing us taking damage. As long as this card is face up on your turn, you may add a spider bot. So it doesn't say at the beginning. Oh, and once per turn you may discard a spider bot to ignore a damage. But still, that's pretty good. Alright, so let's put that down here. Alright, so we're going to defeat 1 thug, and we are going to put that out so that we can then put a spider bot into this location with Superior Spider-Man, and that's going to let him sort of maybe be a little bit more survivable and be a bit of a bodyguard for Mary Jane there. We'll see how that goes. Alright. This is interesting. I haven't used these new guys with... all the playtesting I've done has sort of been with existing Spider heroes and then trying different X-Men and things like that. So, interesting seeing how these new powers and new rules actually sort of interact with this villain that Andrew and that we have sort of been play testing because you know, we hadn't really sort of taken some of these things into consideration. So interesting to see if we can break past his defenses. So we're going to draw another card here for Symbiote Spider-Man. Oh, he's got another single move. Who else drew a single move? Someone drew a single move, didn't they? Oh, it was Superior Spider-Man. All right. Like some better cards than these, please. Now, here's a problem. If I play... This could be really useful, though. So if he lands in your location, you may move to an adjacent one. But then he's going to then bring... He's going to jump. So even if he lands there, he's then going to jump again directly to wherever we go if we take Mary Jane with us. So that's not as helpful as I thought it might be. Still good for like avoiding some damage. But I wonder, do we get a move on with some of the other things now? Boy, do we want to get off to a better start than this? Would be useful to maybe do some hydrant action there as well. I think maybe let's get some healing happening before we put that one down. So, let's do it. I do like the idea of playing that, but let's maybe come back to it later. We're going to do, let's see, Punch and a Star. The reason we're going to do that star is I'd like to put a star down here. I really think I should have gone over here and dealt with this a little bit, but yeah, he can't always have everything. Alright, so that's going to work on that, and we're going to do that last punch to take out this thug here. So just going to keep this area from flooding too soon. We're going to have to deal with some of these other spots as well. So we've got to make sure we keep on top of managing our tokens here. We're going to get one more hero turn, so we're going to draw a card for... Oh, here we go. Anti-Venom's got some other sort of card. So something we're going to have to deal with. Let's have a look at this. Because we have our webbing generation, so we could put this down and get ourselves a wild. And give ourselves the ability to sort of like get a free movement if there's not enough movement in the previous card. But we've also got Body Cleansing. Draw a card, so that's like a heal. Then one hero in your location may discard all of their Crisis tokens. Well, that's pretty cool. And if Anti-Venom... Sorry, not Anti-Venom, if Hydra Man actually had Crisis tokens, that would be even more handy, but it's not as handy as it could be, but still pretty good. The healing is pretty good. Healing and a star. But I think I might do this one now. We can save that one for maybe a little bit later. As long as this card is face up in the storyline. Yep, so I think we're going to play this one. This is going to let us move as well, so... Right. We don't really want to move though. Well, still to give us flexibility to move, because what I want to do is play these two as heroics to clear this location, and that's going to give us some healing. So we'll put that there. That's going to clear that one there. Also gives us a spot where Hydra Man cannot be can be damaged, so that's good. And I think we will stay here though, because I'd like to stay in this location and get the healing effect. So this says Queens, if you have one or two cards in hand, you may draw one card. So not quite the best healing location ever, but still not too bad. So we're going to end our turn there, and we've got a move and a punch for Anti-Venom there for his next turn if he chooses to use that one. We've got a spider bot in this location. Let's put the spider bot over here where we can see him. So let's see. Here's our team. They're trying to keep Hydra Man away from Mary Jane there. But it's now his turn again. So let's see. He's going to do whatever this card says. I haven't seen it yet, but hopefully you guys can make that out. Hopefully I'm holding it in a spot where it can be focused on. Oh, it's a single move and bam again. So, oh, now, because we haven't moved, we've sort of stayed in this central spot, haven't we? We sort of want to encourage him to go elsewhere so that he doesn't keep flowing the same spot. Let's see. We have, he's going to move 1. So this landing spot says deal damage to everyone in this location. Luckily no one is there, so we avoid that. But then he jumps right back here again and damages everybody. Problematic. Okay, so, well, I guess we want to keep that body cleanse for a bit later, so we'll put that one there. Let's get rid of this single movement. And let's get rid of the single movement. This is, oops, sorry, this is not good. Okay, he's getting this. So let's see now. And then he's going to drop a bunch of tokens down. Right, we're going to spread out a bit, I think. So he's going to put 2, 1, and... Oh, now we've got an overflow here. So actually what we should have done was we should have put this one down. No, hold on. Let's do this in order. Okay, so I think we put this one down first. He goes to place this one, doesn't happen, so it flows into this spot here. Then he places 2, which is just enough not to overflow, so that's now full up. Then he places this last one here, so we don't actually get a flow. If we'd done it starting here and going backwards, then everything would have been full. This one would have flowed into here. Actually, this one still would have, I think, had 1 spot left, so that should still be alright. Alright, not a problem. Okay. So, this is problematic. He's sort of whittling us down. If we keep staying here with Mary Jane, and we're all like this, we're in a bit of trouble. So what we might have to do is, let's see. Whose turn is it? It's Superior Spider-Man. Now, now hold on a second. I could have chosen, because Superior Spider-Man, he had that spider bot, didn't he? Once on each of your turns. Oh no, hold on, whoa, I'm reading the wrong card. Sorry. Alright, sorry. Once per villain turn, you may discard 1 spider bot in your location to ignore damage. Alright, you guys are probably screaming at me to, hey, you spent that turn putting the spider bot down, use it. Alright, so, okay. Alright, using this new tech, I'm getting to know it. Alright, here we go. So, let's cash that in. Let's take our awesome single movement card back. Okay, so at least we've got one character that's a bit tougher, it can survive for a little bit longer. Now, then, let's see. So now we're drawing a card for Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man. We've got a move and a heroic. And what have we got there? We've got a wild. And we don't have another move. Oh, I guess we could use this as a movement, because we could put this out and then that's going to let us use things wherever we want. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Alright, so let's move. Let's use this as a move. Or do we want to stay here with Superior? Is he the one that's going to stay there with her? And maybe let's do that. Alright, so he's going to place one of these down for having this card out. He's going to place, now as long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider-Bot token if there are none. Okay, so even if you have the 2 cards out, you still can't place them 2 in the same spot, or 1 for each card sort of thing, so that's interesting. So he's going to stay there. He's going to, he's got this heroic, and he's got another heroic, or he's got another wild. So we could use that to just do 2 rescues there, just to sort of keep the tokens down a little bit. Right, gotta bear in mind there's a hydrant here too, so that could be dangerous if we step into this spot without dealing with it. Where's the other hydrant? Oh, we cleared that hydrant. Okay, good. Okay. Right, so we have those. Okay, so now it's Spider-Man Noir's turn. So he's drawing himself a move and a heroic. He's got himself his spider sense thing, which could be good, but I think we want to get a move on with one of these two locations. So which one do we want? Well, that could be... I don't really know what these locations do, so let's use this one. Let's maybe head over here. We've got two of these. And who is this? Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man. He can move in. He can put 2 stars down maybe. Who have we got? We've got Anti-Venom who's going to be able to move. So maybe, I was going to say we need to clear off some of these, but maybe he can use this one at least. So we'll put these 2 down here. Yep, so he's going to step in and clear those 2. He's not going to get to heal, unfortunately. He's really one I should keep there and heal, but that's not going to happen, is it? Alright, and then Anti-Venom's going to draw a card, and this will be our last turn before Hydro Man gets to go. So we've got a single punch, which we could use over here, but I think we can use this to do some healing with Anti-Venom. So he's going to play this one here. He's going to move in. He's going to do 2 heroics, so he's going to play 1 heroic to get rid of that. Then he's going to use the other heroic to... So we've got rid of the water pipes. He's going to use the other heroic to rescue a civilian. Now, is he going to rescue it from here, or is he going to rescue from here? Let's rescue from here. Alright, so we'll put that down there. Okay. Now, he also, as part of that card there, gets to draw a card. So he's going to draw another card, do a little bit of healing here. And that gives him Anti-Venom Serum. Some sort of manipulating the tokens there. What does that do? Rescue 2 civilians or defeat up to 2 thugs in your location. That's not too bad. Okay. Considering this mission, that's not a bad one. And it says here we can add a civilian to any location, then rescue one from here. So I guess we could, like, add one, say, to here. Ooh, I don't know if that's worth it. I guess it's helping us get him vulnerable quicker, but is that what we want to do? We're not really, I guess, I guess we are sort of making things a bit easier for us to, yeah, I don't know, that could be a bad move, but let's do it anyway. Alright, let's play around with it. Okay, so Brooklyn Bridge, we've added one to that location, we just took it from here to rescue one from this, so technically we're supposed to do the other, you know, put one out and then blah blah blah, but that still works for me, that's good. Alright, so, we've got 2 of these down, we've got 3 of these, okay, let's keep working. I'm not sure if this is good, sort of like, this might be a bit, we should maybe be focusing on one, but let's see how we go. I think it's old Hydro Man's turn. Alright, buddy, he's still coming after Mary Jane. What's he after? So, let me just see how we've left ourselves here. We've got Superior Spider-Man with 2 cards, and he is able to ignore at least 1 damage because of the Spider Bot. Is that right? He can discard that Spider Bot. That seems pretty good. Alright, seems like a pretty good bodyguard at the moment, Mr. Superior Spider-Man. This could be good. Alright, Hydro Man is going to, he's going to move, I don't know if I showed that, guys, but it's a pretty easy one. So, he's going to move 2. Here he is. 1, 2. This is going to deal damage to each hero in this location. Luckily, we are not in that location. And he is then going to bam, so he's going to head back over here. He's going to deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, or sorry, to all heroes in this location. Luckily there is only the 1. We are going to discard this spider bot, and that is going to allow us to prevent that. And then we have some, what have we got? We've got a bunch of token placement. So, now this is going to be interesting. So we have 1 is supposed to go here. That doesn't happen, so it flows into this spot. Now 2 thugs are supposed to go in here. We get 1. It can't hold anymore, so it's going to flow over to here, and that's going to bring Mary Jane over here. So luckily we've got our characters set up here, and then we get 1 more, goes in here, is not going to overflow, so we got lucky there. Okay, but you can see how quickly these things are filling up. Okay, so, alright, Superior Spider-Man, it's your turn again, buddy. What have you got? You're going to draw another card. Now you could stay there and heal up, but you are a pretty good bodyguard for Mary Jane, but she keeps getting, well, I shouldn't say she keeps getting swept away, because it's only happened once, but yeah, he's only a good bodyguard if he can actually keep up with her. So what have we got? We've got a heroic there. Now, do we want? I think he seems like a pretty good candidate for like just sort of trying to follow her around. So let's try and do that, as long as we can keep him healthy. So this could be problematic for that, but so could that Hydron over there. But we'll see. So we want him to be able to move. So we could play the wild, or we could play the move and heroic. I think we're going to play the move and heroic. So we'll do that, because at least that's progressing this here. So he's going to rescue. He's going to do 2 rescues. That's going to go here. Then he's going to move into this spot, and it's in this spot here that he is going to place his spider bot down. I think I'm getting this right. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add a spider bot token in your location. And I didn't want to do it here. I wanted to do it here, so I had to do it after moving. Yep. Once per villain turn you may discard that, or I guess I could also use the spider bots, but it seems like I'm going to kind of be using them as a bit of a protection thing, aren't I? Alright, so right, who's up next? Old symbiote Spider-Man. He's got a double punch. Well, if we needed to do some punching on these thugs just to clear out the location, that's not bad. That spider sense. I'm not sure that that's what I need exactly now. So let's do this. Let's do 2 punches here. That's 2 punches. Then let's step in here and use the heroic to work on this water pipes. Okay. And then we have 1 card from Anti-Venom. What's he going to do? Oh, he's got another one of these. He's got another one of these healing things, doesn't he? Do we want him to stay there and heal up? In fact, he can. It's not just a healing thing. He can just draw cards, so he can buff himself up. Then, okay, so he could do that and a heroic. So there's no heroics, and we don't have any movement from Spider. Symbiote Spider-Man, so that's not necessarily the best option right now. We do want to move. I wish we could do some heroics to sort of wear this down, but and we're sort of putting ourselves in a bit of danger here, aren't we? This is very interesting. Now, what are we going to do about civilians though? We're sort of clearing them out from this area, aren't we? Could get a few more over here though. let's play this one. So we're going to move. Oh, actually, we've got this double punch here, don't we? So that's actually not too bad. All right, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do a double punch here. Oh, we've got this. Mate, Hydro Man, you better bring something better than what you got at the moment, because we are nailing this. All right, so that's 2 punches. Then we're going to move in, and we're going to do 2 here. We're going to, instead of defeating 2 thugs, we're going to rescue 2 civilians based on that anti-venom serum. And so that's going to put 2 here. So we're really, even though we're sort of diversifying here, we're doing it at a pretty high rate, so that I'm not too upset with that. So that's pretty good. We do need to get a crack or a move on with these. I guess we could actually do these 2, but the problem is, if we only leave a couple of these locations open, we're not giving ourselves much room for him, you know, getting him to defeat him, sort of thing. So let's see. Rightio then. So we did that, and he doesn't get an end of turn effect. Right. So water pipes could be a potential problem here. Oh, especially for Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, if he lands there, that's not good, is it? Because then he's... yeah, oh, okay, well, we'll see what happens. That just could be problematic. Okay. Now. There's one particular card I wouldn't like to see right now, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so we have... Oh, he's going 5 and a bam. Alright, so what's he going to do? Well, this could be interesting. So he's going... Where is he? He's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. So this is... Oh, no. Move Mary Jane. Oh, no. This is going to be really interesting. So what's going to happen here? Uh-oh. Alright, well, let's just work it out. So there's no one else there, so move Mary Jane, all heroes, and all civilians and thugs to the next location, clockwise. So let's do it in order. 1, 2, from left to right. And then he's going to overflow to here. He's going to overflow to here. And he is going to overflow to here. And luckily they don't keep going, because I was like, oh no, is that enough that are going to keep flowing through, and then she's going to get washed away past us. So luckily we'd cleared these out. There weren't enough spots for her to sort of get flung all the way over to there, because then with his bam, then he would have gone and it's all over, because we weren't over there. So luckily that did not happen. Okay, so... But, you know, she still could get washed away later in this turn, I think. But, in fact, she is. But at least it's not going to be before his bam. Alright, so that's the kitchen sink effect. Then he's going to come straight over to here. He's going to deal his bam. We are going to spend that spider bot. I think I'm using these correct. This just seems broken, but... once per villain turn, you may discard 1 spider bot in your location to ignore a damage. And then as long as this card is face up in your storyline, on your turn you may add a spider bot location to your location. So I think I can just keep generating these. Alright, so we're going to spend that to avoid the damage. Alright, and then... Right, what's going to happen next? Then he's going to put a bunch of stuff down. So I guess the thing is with Superior Spider-Man, we need to have enough movement with him to sort of keep up with Mary Jane if she keeps getting flung away. So he's going to put, 1 here, which then puts this one over here. Then we get another one, another 2 in this spot, and we can't put them out, so... where are these guys? So they get flung over here, and then he puts 1 more over here, so wow, they really are coming up fast. Ugh, okay. Boy, oh boy, yeah. Mary Jane, all heroes are from this location, yeah, okay. Now, okay. I like how I have to keep checking these cards, and I'm the one that's been playtesting it for a while, so I should know what these do. Alright, so, What's happening? What's happening? In my defense, the way this card has worked has sort of changed over time. I've had sort of several iterations of it, so I'm like, what does it do now? Alright, so it is Superior Spider-Man's turn. Alright, he's drawing a card. Don't forget to put a bot out, Spider-Man. Now, Mary Jane did not get... Wait. No, she did get washed away. Sorry. Yep. She did, yes. Okay, yep, because there were two there, and they got washed over there. Yep. So I do need some movement here. What have we got? We've got, luckily, Anti-Venom's given us some movement, so we don't have to worry about that. Genius Intellect. Now, this is the card I was like, oh, man, because this turn, treat all of your action tokens as wild tokens. And unfortunately, the card that we lost at the very beginning of the game was the one that gives you a bunch of action tokens. You can choose, get a choice of what ones you want to take, which is quite good. But then, if you've kept them until this card comes out, then you get them as wild. So you can do whatever you need at that particular time. So this one is not actually any better than this single wild because we don't have any tokens. So maybe if I just hold on to that, it might become useful later on. We'll just use this as a wild. Ugh. Okay, so we can do one. So move and one thing. So, okay. Well, I guess we could try and get rid of the water pipes, or we could try and keep these guys from overflowing. I feel like that's a better option. So let's defeat one thug in our location. Let's move over here. Let's put a spider bot down. Then let's... At least we've given a wild to these guys. They can maybe work on fixing up the water pipes. Alright, so... Ooh, this looks like... This is an interesting one. Lots of text here. What does that do? Something about civilians, which isn't actually going to be that helpful in this spot. 2 heroics for each civilian rescued in this with this special effect. At the end of your turn, gain a wild. Oh, interesting. We do want to get... Oh, interesting. Oh no, you know what I've realized as well? That's not good. If Superior Spider-Man takes a... if he lands here, where is he? If this old Hydra Man, if he lands here, then we're going to take a water pipe damage, and then he's going to land again. So that's 2 damage, so we're not actually going to be able to block all the damage with the spider bot. I mean, chances are he's probably not going to land there, but he might. So, interesting. So I still think I want to play this one, but we might not be able to be as effective with it as I wanted. So, yeah, let's use one of the one of the wilds, because the other thing too is if I use that to rescue 2 civilians, that makes him vulnerable now and doesn't give Anti-Venom a turn. So I think we're going to do this. So we'll use the wild to put one of these out. Then we'll use one of the heroics from this card as... Oh, now that's interesting. Because you've got to use them in the same location, don't you? Right. So what I was going to do is wild for one of those, then one of those stars here, then step across. Which one are we using here? This is Symbiote Spider-Man. Step across here, rescue a civilian, and get 1 wild token for rescuing that civilian. But because the double stars are within the text of that ability there, you've sort of got to use it all in the same spot. Okay, so what could we do? We could put one heroic here from, let me think about this. Where were there? Two of those. I guess what I could do is I could put one heroic down here. Then, because he's only got the one heroic, so yeah, I could put do the wild here. Then I could, and that doesn't, yeah, okay, that doesn't fix this up, but it's still hopefully Anti-Venom's going to still get a turn, because if we do this, head over here, now we can use our two heroics, and instead of just using both on the civilians, we can rescue one, doesn't knock us over just yet. Then we can use the other star here, and that still gives us one heroic, one wild token. I think that works. Man, I think really need to heal with Symbiote Spider-Man. He needs to be heading back this way, doesn't he? Okay. Alright. Interesting. And one wild token. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. So I hope you guys like the play space here. I don't know if you guys can see, you know, oh, well, I've worked out a way to completely break the system or whatever. That's fine. Let us know if you have any, if you've spotted ways to completely break Hydro Man. But I hope, you know, with at least the way my brain works and I'm sort of playing with him, you can see the sort of like what we're trying to achieve with, you know, the challenge and the puzzle of the scenario. This guy's making it quite interesting because he's able to sort of keep that damage away sort of thing as well, which is interesting. So just wondering how you guys think this is going. You know, is he an interesting sounding villain? All right. So we've managed to get away with not tipping things over into the next round, which is good. So, you know, into the under pressure phase yet. So because if we can knock off the under pressure thing now within this turn, that'd be great, but we'll see how we go. So who have I got here? I had to draw a card, so we've got a single heroic there. I think that's what I drew. Got a single punch. We've got this body cleansing. Right. Draw a card. What have we got? We've got movement. Did we actually end up getting Anti-Venom's thing happening? Yeah, we did, but we've never had an Anti-Venom turn yet where there hasn't been movement somewhere in his cards, and that's not going to affect us again here. So we've got the punch, so let's have a look. What are our options? We could do a single punch, that's not going to do much. I mean, it's helpful, but okay. We've got the wild. The wild could be helpful for giving Superior Spider-Man an interesting turn next turn, but he's got wilds and things anyway, so that's not as useful. So I think this one here where we get to draw a card, we want the heroic for clearing another mission here. Ideally I would have liked an extra heroic for somehow taking one of these guys out. That would have been good. And in fact I could still do that, couldn't I? Because Superior Spider-Man is here. That's interesting, actually. Superior Spider-Man is here. Oh no, but we don't want Superior Spider-Man being here and taking 2 hits, do we? So I think we've got to... I mean, we could risk it, but I think we're going to do this. Alright, so let's end that threat there. We'll put this threat over here. So now we're 1 threat away and we're already working on this one. Ooh! Look at this kitchen sink thing, actually. We're going to get washed away here if we're still standing in that spot. That's interesting. Okay, so water pipes. Put that over there. Okay. Now we can rescue a civilian from this location, but there are no civilians to be rescued here. So we are going to use that movement now. What are we going to use the movement for? Oh, we've got to draw a card too. Oopsie. We were supposed to draw a card. What have we got? We've got, oh, a double wild. That's not bad. Now I feel like Mary Jane is probably going to get washed in this direction, right? Because that's how it works. So what we should be doing is maybe heading this way. So I think that's right. We'll head that way with our movement. We don't need to be taking an extra hit. Okay. So it's interesting, because he hits everyone in the location, you don't want to all be there bodyguarding her, even though that sounds like kind of what you want to do, but then you sort of have to sort of take it in turns as you start each getting sort of knocked down sort of thing. So, but we seem to have a pretty stalwart character here, so that's also cool. Okay. So that hasn't put him under pressure yet, actually, although I imagine he's going to go under pressure at some point, probably in the next round. Well, let's see what he does. He could completely upset the apple cart here by doing something crazy. What's he going to do? Ooh, we've got some sort of a special effect here, so this could really change things up. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's see. So, water under the bridge. Move to the next location. Let's have a look. Yeah, we haven't had a KO yet, have we? So, water under the bridge. And all of these titles and things, they're all taken from lines from the 90s cartoon as well. So that water under the bridge and as inevitable as the tide. Oh no, as inevitable as the tides. That's not good. Alright, so, but yeah, this is stuff that he's got. So move to the next location with no threat if possible. So where is he? He's here. Okay, so he's going... Oh, there's no threat here. Oh no. Okay, so he moves here. And if there is no threat at this location, place a random cleared threat here. So, uh-oh. So now this is going to have a threat again, which means he's not going to be damageable in another location. So we've cleared 3, but now we're only going to have 2 spots at which to be able to deal him any damage. Okay. Now, if that couldn't happen, so let's say you draw this card at the beginning of the game, sort of thing, and all of the spots are full, or let's say the spots fill up and this happens again. Spoiler alert. Then if you can't put a threat down, then you add 3 thugs to the location, but that's not going to happen in this case. Okay, so he's not bamming, he's not doing any of that stuff. So he's going to move here, he's going to put another threat, so let's see which one it is. Water pipes, okay. Well, water pipes are straight back there, and we do put another... Oh, now, this is interesting, because you are supposed to put another threat token out, and I've only got the 6. Do I have any here? I've got my punch board from the Spider-Geddon set that I haven't punched out. Let's do this. Oh, no. I might have to order... Now, I didn't realise this, but yeah, there are situations where you might need more than just the 6 threat token, so may have to put another order in for Minis from Mars, get some more of these awesome skull tokens. Okay, and put our threat deck over here. Okay, well luckily he didn't land here as part of his movement when this was active, so we're not taking an extra damage here at the moment. So we're able to get away with keeping a spider bot alive. That's interesting. Right, okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to draw a card for Superior Spider-Man. I think he drew this one, a punch and a heroic. Now what do we have here? We've got a, oh no, we've got just a single heroic. That's not going to do much, is it? So, what do we do? What do we do? What's going to drive the thing forward? Because if we want to move, so we only need to get rid of 1 more threat, and that gets one of the missions cleared. But we've got work started on this one already. But then, you know, the more that we work on, the better. But then also these places are filling up, so... So I could step this way, put another spider bot out here, Bring Mary Jane with me, obviously, because we don't want to leave her there with Hydro Man. We'd lose the game instantly. Put this threat out, sorry, this star down here, and just, you know, work on that. Yeah, we could do that. What are the chances of finishing off these things if we do that? Because otherwise, if we do the, you know, the star and the punch and all that sort of stuff, that looks great, because there's punches galore and stuff to be had here. But we're staying in the location. We're not really working on it. Yeah, I think I want to save that. So we're going to do this. We'll put another spider bot down here. And we will put Genius Intellect down. And this is going to be a wild, so we'll use the wild for a movement. And because I'm thinking, I'd like to say move here and be in a location, like have Mary Jane in a location where she's not... where like there's no threat, and therefore when he comes to her, then he's setting himself up, you know, we can hit him later. But I feel like we're about to open this one up. However, if we do that then, and he gets, say, another Inevitable Tides one, the next location is going to be where she is anyway again, and then we're like, oh, we're actually, you know what, we're over here near the hydrants too. Oh, I don't know. I think we still need to move, or do we? I wonder if we could do enough with, see, Symbiote Spider-Man doesn't have much anyway, does he? He's going to have to step back in. Because if we were to do this, say, or even if we were to stay there, let's see, if we were to stay there, because we could use that to move and just step this way with Mary Jane. And then the next location that fills up is this one. But if we stay where we are, we could play that for a single punch. We could do the 2 stars, and that would put 2 down on there. That's actually getting pretty close, so maybe we do that. Alright, I've talked myself out of it, guys. This could be a terrible mistake. Maybe I should have stuck with my original plan, but let's do it. Because we can still clear the threat, because you still do put a token out. So let's do that. Let's do that. We'll put 2 heroics down here. We'll do a punch. That doesn't sort of take us over just yet. And then hopefully maybe Symbiote Spider-Man can do something good on his turn. Oh, you know what though? We've given him nothing to move with. Oh, that could be bad. Oh, but he's got this. He can move with this. So that's what we need. Yes, okay. I'm a genius. Okay, so... Alright. Yeah, see, I'm playing... This is very much... This is what Superior Spider-Man would say, right? He'd say he's a genius. Alright, he's superior to all other Marvel United players. Alright, so... I just like to play with double wilds. Oh, actually, I wonder... You know what I'm not playing with? Apologies, guys. Maybe we'll have to have another playthrough. I guess you don't have to use them, right? I haven't been playing with the equipment cards. I believe... Not sure about either of these two, but this guy for sure, he's got equipment. I think he's got 2 different equipment cards. So we might have to have another battle with... I do quite like using him. He's quite fun. So we might have to have another battle with him and... use his equipment cards too, because he's got those big spider claw arms and all that sort of stuff as well. Alright. Okay, well, we've got a single punch. Right. That's an amazing card, dude. Alright, Symbiote Spider-Man. You know what could be useful if we... Oh, man. If we were to play this one now, as long as this card is face up in the storyline, once per villain turn, if a villain... ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to an adjacent one. You could use that. I don't know if that could potentially put us in a position to be able to like jump to a spot that Mary Jane's about to get swept into, thereby protecting her from something like that happening, where the kitchen sink goes around and messes us up. But yeah, let me think though, because if we played this one, we could maybe do some damage to him. Are we going to have enough stuff to do damage here? Because I think all we need is 1 star and 1 punch, and that's going to make him under pressure and vulnerable, but also give us enough to actually punch him, deal 1 damage to him. So I think maybe that's what we play. And Anti-Venom has a pretty strong hand of variable things we could do there. So yeah, that's not too bad. Let's try that. So, alright, so Symbiote Spider-Man, he's going to come in. And this only works because we have the wild token. So, alright, so I was like, how are we moving in? Well, we don't have that, but yeah, we're using the token. So he's going to jump in. Then he's going to punch one of these thugs, which clears that mission. Okay, let's slide them across as we do it. Alright. That's 1. That's 1 punch. Then he's going to do a heroic. That's going to clear this water pipe. Alright, so that's good. I don't know, we'll just put this here. Alright, okay. And then what we might do... Oh, you know what? Let's put this over here. Let's swap it out. Let's put that there. And let's put that there. Yay! Oh, actually, it doesn't really matter because I'm about to tip them away, aren't I? Alright, so put that over there. Put that in there. Clear that. So 2 missions are cleared now, which means he is vulnerable. Okay, so we can use that last punch as a actual punch on him. He's got 3 health here. So again, this is where you can see, is he, does he have enough? Does he have enough damage here? Does he have enough health? All right, so that's 1 punch. Now it is going to be his turn though, so he gets to reply to that. And let's see, what's he going to do? All right, so here we go. We'll see what he's up to. Oh, okay, so I think we're in luck here. So he's got the movement 4. So where's he going? What's he going to do to us? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to then not trigger anything there. Then he's going to head over here. He's going to do some damage. Oh, interesting. All right, because he would have been, I think we would have had him there, because what would have happened is he would have come in, dealt some damage. We could have blocked the damage on Superior Spider-Man there, and then soaked up some damage with Symbiote Spider-Man there as well. Then he would have put some tokens down. There would have been 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, not causing any overflows. And then in our next turn he would have been very open to being destroyed because we had all these strong cards and that. But unfortunately we didn't take into consideration my brilliant move. Oh, hubris Dr. Octopus. Alright, Symbiote Spider-Man, and he didn't play this card, which we said he could have used to jump away. He's going to take a hit now, and that KOs him. And what happens when you do a KO? Well, first of all, let's have a look. He puts another card, Master Plan card, face down. And this is the unfortunate thing. He places another threat down, and we said there were multiple ways for him to put these down. And where does it go? This particular one goes where Mary Jane is. So you start looking at where Mary Jane is and then go clockwise from there. So, alright, so we're going to put this one back down, and it is water pipes again. Alright, well, let's put another one of these out. Oof. Okay, not that these really matter now because we've cleared that mission. Okay, he's KO'd, and that was unfortunate. We're going to have to discard the Spider-Bot to block that damage on old Superior Spider-Man. And now, unfortunately, we're back in the position where there's only 2 spots. So, right. Anti-Venom, what are you up to, buddy? So who's going to get a turn here? We're going to get Anti-Venom's going to get a turn, and then Superior Spider-Man. Right. And we can't damage him here. Okay. There's a hydrant over there, that's not good. Let's draw a card for Anti-Venom. He's got a punch and a heroic. We've given ourselves a punch here, which would have been great for attacking Hydro Man. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Sorry. Before we do any of that, let's put these tokens out. Sorry. Let's put 1 out here, 2 out here, and 1 more out here, because that's going to cause some movement with Mary Jane too, isn't it? Right, okay. All these spots over here where we want her to be so that we can get in, they're all full up too. Right. Well then maybe we keep this spot open, I don't know. What are we going to do with old Anti-Venom? Well, we need to move, I think. Do we? Maybe we go Anti-Venom. Maybe we play this with Anti-Venom. So he uses that to clear this location and punch a thug. It says I can discard an action token to draw a card. I don't have an action token. So that's another threat gone. Let's put this, where are we putting this threat? Over here, okay. And we can't do that, so that's good, but we've done that. That gives us another spot we can get to make him vulnerable. And it's a spot that's a little bit less full up here. Right. There, so that was his turn. Now we've got Superior Spider-Man. So he's drawing a card. So he's got... oh, another double wild. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright, so... Now, I wonder if... As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider-Bot to your location. And this says as long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add a Spider-Bot in your location. So as long as both of them are face up, can you put 1 in 2 different locations? I think that's okay. So could I put 1 here, for example, just to sort of be a spot we can use, and then step over here and put 1 of these down over here. Could we do that? I think so. So we've got 1 of them is we're stepping, then we've got 3 that we can use here. So let's do the following. Let's rescue 1 from here. So we've moved and rescued, and that's also going to clear this. So that now lets everybody draw a card. Unfortunately, Symbiote Spider-Man is not eligible for that, I think, because he's out. But Anti-Venom's going to draw a card. He drew another one of these Anti-Venom serum things, which are quite good for, at least, they're not great for us sort of taking him out, but they're good for being able to clear the locations, especially if we're not in a position to take him out at that point. And we drew a move. Oh, there you go. Moving a punch is not bad for where we're at in the game. And what do we want to do now? We want to attack. Not attack. No, sorry, that's right. We're doing. So we've used 2 of these. Now I can punch before I leave. Get rid of one of these guys. Yeah, I think I want to do it here, not here. To prevent like overflow spreading into her location. Is that right? Does that make sense? I think so. Right, so we'll get rid of this guy. Okay. Now if he flies towards us, hopefully we can get him. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Alright. I did everything there, didn't I? 1, 2. Did I do enough? I rescued 1. Maybe I was able to take out 1 more. I think I was able to... Or was that full? Maybe that was full. 1, 2... I'm not sure. I'm just going to say... I can't remember if I took... maybe I'm supposed to have 1 more action left. I'm not sure if I used both of those, but we'll just say I did. Okay. What's he up to? Let's find out. Is he going to do a normal move and bam? Oh, he is too. So I think depends on what... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, well, this could be problematic, but we'll see what happens. I think we've still got him. I think we're okay. I think we're going to take some hits here, but I think we're okay. All right. Glad we didn't get another inevitable tides. So he's going to move 2. 1, 2. He lands on the hydrant. Now, 1 hero can take a damage here. If not, deal 1 damage. Oh, it's only to 1 hero. Oh, in both adjacent locations. So what we can do is... Doesn't really matter here. I guess Anti-Venom can take a hit since he might not get another turn, I think. Alright, Anti-Venom, you can just lose this single punch, maybe. Then... Why does Superior Spider-Man have... Oh, that's right, they all healed because of the mission. Alright. Then, because I could have used that... Yeah, we'll do that. And then he's going to jump in. Okay. And that's going to... Now he's going to deal damage to everyone in this location. So Anti-Venom's going to take another hit, isn't he? Yeah. Well, maybe I should have done it the other way around then, but that's alright. We'll just lose this one. I think we've got him. Okay. And Superior Spider-Man's just going to lose this one. Okay. Oh, hold on, no he's not. Because he's going to block the damage with his spider bot. There we go. Alright, that was the whole point. Okay, so then he's going to put his tokens out. And unless this sweeps Mary Jane away, and either way I think we've got him, right? Because we put 1 here, we put 2 out here. So that previous turn we just had with Anti-Venom or with Superior Spider-Man where we cleared some of these things was good. Hopefully I wasn't cheating. And then we'll put 1 over here, no overflows there. So now we can have our turn, and it's now Symbiote Spider-Man. So you got knocked out, buddy, but you get to make your glorious comeback. So he stands back up, draws 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's he got? Oh, he's got, look at this. He's got some big boppers. All right, so he's got his double. What have we? And we've even got a double wild there, so we're looking good. So we had the double wild, or we've got the symbiote enhancement. You may double punch. If you do, on your next turn, you must play your card randomly. But I mean, it's going to be game over by this point, isn't it? We've got great power, double punch for each thug defeated. With this special effect, at the end of your turn, gain a punch token. Wow, that's cool. He just gets more and more punchy. And he's got a single wall. Wow, look at that. That's a good hand. All right, so, well, we're going to take Octopus out with the Great Power. Or are we going to, I think we go the Symbiote Enhancement, right? All right, let's do it. Oh, mate, we've got so much we can do here. Okay, so, any swings, woo! All right, and get out of here, Hydro Man. So, leave Mary Jane alone. So, we've got double punch, and down he goes. So, that's 2 hits. And he's out of there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Hydro Man. And also a bunch of the new heroes from, or anti-villains from the new Spider-Geddon set. But yeah, so that's how Hydro Man is working currently. That's where he's at. So let us know how you feel about the health situation there. As you can see, there's lots of, so it seems like, oh, this will be a walk in the park. I just got to step into a location where there is you know, no threat there, because you know, having those locations where he's just like invulnerable in the threat spots is nasty. But you know, you just think, oh well, I'll just step into one of these locations and then I'll just wait for him to come to me automatically with his BAM, and then we'll take him down, sort of thing. But he's got multiple ways to bring them back. So there's a couple of those inevitable Tide cards in the Master Plan deck there. If he manages to sort of have you weakened and is able to finish you off, then every time he does that, he gets to put more locations out. And you can imagine if there were heroes there, you know, we had a healing location, and we had, you know, we're able to get lucky with that too. But you know, if you had a few of us more than just Symbiote Spider-Man there, he might have been able to put more locations out, or more threats out and things like that. The other thing too is almost sort of half his deck is full of these other cards that give him sort of abilities to move to places where there are threats. So you've got this one here which seems like it doesn't go to a threat, right? It says water under the bridge, move to the next location with no threat, but then he just places a threat there. So he's got that one there, and then let's have a look through his deck so you can see what else he's got. Now, we'll save that one for the end. He's got another one of those inevitable as the Tides. And he's got this one here. Now, oh, that's right. We must have had it under. Yeah, we had a couple of these. Force everyone to run. So this is where he moves to the next location with a threat. And then starting in this location, so he works on that other big goal of his, besides capturing Mary Jane, he puts one civilian in every location. So if you've already got them sort of starting to fill up, like you could see they kind of were over here, that can cause a lot of flooding and overflow and pull Mary Jane out of position there as well. So he's got a couple of those, and this one here, this could have been real bad at certain points in the game too. This is his sort of like, there's only one in the deck, but it can really wreck your day, and it's Down Came the Rain. So he doesn't move, and again, you know, situationally it could actually be not that devastating, but deal 1 damage to every hero no matter where you are. And then if you are on a spot with a threat, it deals 2 damage to you, so that could be quite nasty as well. So, yeah, let us know how you think this went. How far did he get us around? He got us all the way around to here sort of thing before we were able to take him out. So, yeah, it seems like, oh man, you know, you just take him out, he's only got 3 wounds, but it's that sort of getting him to that point where, you know, you can get to him sort of thing. You know, there was a point there where, you know, it looked like we would have been able to take him out, but he got the other threat out. So hopefully that, because I know there was, who was it? Someone very kindly said they would sort of give him a playtest. I think it might have been John, I want to say John Atkins, or maybe Dave Atkins, fellow on the Facebook, when I sort of put Hydro Man out there, he said he'd try him, and that's one thing he said. He sort of he said, "Oh, I noticed the health is quite low. You know, is that something that's been a problem?" And so far in playtesting, it hasn't really been a problem. It's always still been quite sort of tight, close battles, and it's that lowness of the health that gives you that chance to sort of like, oh, if you can actually just quickly nail him down, and you get lucky enough that he pulls one of these cards out and lands on you, you can and still manage that situation. You know, have him land on you, but not have it cause too much of an overflow, or heroes to get KO'd and that sort of thing. It can be quite quite good. So yeah, anyway, so hopefully I've explained Hydro Man enough. Andrew, I hope we've kept the spirit of what you originally created with Hydro Man. I hope you like the style of him and the puzzle that you've created here, how we've sort of developed a little bit, and sort of ironed out some of the kinks that didn't quite work when we were just sort of spitballing ideas and that sort of thing. So again, big thanks to Dave, Diversion Architect, yeah, thanks for your input as well, because I think that's really sort of helped make a more consistently sort of fun villain. You know, he was still working quite well, you know, with some of his earlier versions, but this is he's feeling more and more consistently. It's sort of playing out in this fun sort of tight battle towards the end sort of thing as well. Yeah, and really fun to use some of these new heroes too. Oh man, this guy was Superior Spider-Man. He's an interesting one. This almost seems, unless I'm misplaying that, maybe, I don't know, was I using that too much? You only get so many tokens, and once they're gone, like you can only use them like a finite amount of them. I don't know, that seems pretty good. Yeah, alright, but still very cool. So lots of stuff going on with Marvel United at the moment. I hope you guys are, I think I've noticed it is arriving in the States, so I hope you guys are enjoying that over there. And those competition winners, Aaron, really great to see that your copy arrived before Thanksgiving for you to play. I don't know if he wants me to share his real name. He used another name in the. Who was the other winner? A fellow from Canada, but yeah. Now the name is blanking me, the actual sort of the avatar, but hopefully your copy arrives or has arrived already for you. Let us know if it has, and yeah, definitely share any pics of games or paint jobs that you're doing at the moment as well. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, man, who is it? Nelly. Yeah, Nelly Nell's been pumping out a bunch of characters recently. He's really fleshing out the Sentinels of the Multiverse and the Castlevania series. He's already really set up a lot of good villains now for the My Hero Academia as well, which again I keep saying I want to get to. There's so many different things coming up, so there's lots going on there. We're really close now. We're sort of getting into the almost ready to start play testing Impel Down, the cool prison break scenario that Helios 23 and myself. I say and myself. I've been barely any help at all to poor old Helios 23. He's been very patient with me, but he's done a great job with that, and it's really feeling quite exciting. I'm looking forward to actually getting to sort of test it out. We've got all our ideas together and got it all down on paper now, sort of thing, just about, and we're ready to actually put it into Tabletop Simulator and actually start playing it and do some play testing before we release it to a wider audience. So that should be good fun as well, so keep your eyes out for that. Big prison break scenario. And if you guys are familiar with I should say this is from the One Piece United as well, and if you guys are familiar with that and that part of the series, yeah, really good fun. I hope I'm not doing too many spoilers there, but yeah, really great part of the whole series. So that's excellent. We have that was another major thing that's that's right, yes, some very cool stuff happening. I've just received my shipment of a bunch of the Big Head Chibis models for Street Fighter. Yeah, all the Street Fighter stuff. So we've got all the main heroes now finished and complete. We've got all the heroes up, ready to be downloaded if you're interested in the Street Fighter series of Marvel United stuff. So that's looking really cool. Really happy to finish that off, and I've got a bunch of the models for it now as well. So we've got your Guile, Ken, Ryu, although Ryu is by Norlith, not mine. So that's where it all started for me, that inspiration of seeing Ryu. So yeah, big thanks to Norlith for putting him up, because that really sort of got me started with these guys. We've got Chun-Li, Zangief, Blanca, Dalsim, E Honda. So all those guys are up there. And I've just put out Balrog. Really happy with where Balrog is at the moment as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy him as well. But he's a real fun battle And again, big thanks to Dave for sort of helping sort of play test him and giving me some feedback on him and how he works and all that sort of stuff. I've sort of clarified some of the rules and things like that, but in general he sort of works pretty well. And Balrog's got a model on, I haven't printed him out yet because he's only just become available, but yeah, Balrog's there. And I've also printed out the first of the Brute Force characters, Dr. Echo. So yeah, really cool to have that dolphin guy there. So I can't wait to sort of glue them together and get them, show them off, maybe get them painted and show them off later on the channel as well. And I think he's just announced that Akuma, I think, is coming for Street Fighter. I don't really know much about Akuma, so Norwith has kindly stepped up to the plate and is going to do some cool designs with Akuma. But I think Reckless is the bear is coming out there, and also I think that's it. I think yeah, those guys are out. And speaking of Norwith though, he's really excited me now because he's making those first steps to start making rules for all the Mortal Kombat not Street Fighter, but fighting game sort of characters. So now you can have your Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter characters teaming up against other Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter characters. That's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so look for that from Norwith, and I'll hopefully get to sort of showcase some of those down the track on the channel as well. And yeah, some really cool stuff there, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some of those coming. But yeah, lots of good Mortal Kombat big head chibi models as well, so very cool. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. Check out those big head chibis. Are always putting out some great models there. Check out Canje Studios. He's I think he's taking a little bit of a break from his deluge of villains that he was pumping out, but he's got some ideas sort of for a little bit later on. So they're always good to try. Helios, I think Martin V, Nelly Nell, Norlith, all these guys. Just check out your Marvel United Wiki. Check out your Marvel United Discord. Lots of good stuff out there for the homebrewers. And if you're not into homebrew, that's okay. If you're, because we've got Spider-Geddon is here to tide us over until Marvel United Season 3 Kickstarter arrives, which is getting closer by the day, so that's pretty cool as well. So, and yeah, let us know if there's anything else you want to see us working on. Got a bunch of other games have come in recently, and I've actually started playing some other games. I haven't played other games for ages, but I've got Tamashi. What else did I get the other day? I can't think of it now. I've got something else came in, but yeah, if there's any other sort of stuff that you'd like to see us feature on the channel, let us know. And I definitely want to have some more chats. I might try and sort of book a time with Andrew Fantasia or Dave. Have a chat. Also like to sort of definitely get to have a powwow with Canje and speak about all those villains that he's doing as well. So, and Helios 23. Yeah, get these guys and let them share their expertise and their ideas and their inspirations with you guys as well. So yeah, so shout out to those guys. Let us know if you've got any time coming up, and we'll see if we can arrange a time to have a bit of a live stream or something and just have a bit of a chat about that sort of stuff too. So anyway, well, I better hit the road, but yeah, that's been Hydra Man. I hope that was fun for you guys, and hope that was an inspiration that that was Andrew Fantasia's first villain design. I think that was a pretty awesome one too. So we can all do it. If you're inspired at all, why not have a go and get some of these template files and start brewing up your own characters. So a big shout out. Apologies, there was someone on the Discord shared that they and their son, I think it was their son, got inspired and started making some homebrew stuff, I think with the Mandalorian. So if that person is watching, apologies, I've forgotten your name, but very inspiring and very cool, and yeah, good job, and have fun with all the future homebrewing stuff. So very cool to see. Anyway, well, thank you guys, and Maple Monkey out. See you guys.